stayed vegan, but I've had 2 cheats in the past 2 weeks. On my birthday, I had some eggs, and so it's a week later, my son's birthday, my 4-year-old, I had chocolate cake, which I made, which is like right here. Bringing an extra piece to somebody with milk. Anyway, that chocolate cake has vegetable shortening, and it has regular cow fat butter, and it has a little bit of milk, and it doesn't have any egg. Oh yeah, the cake has egg. The icing doesn't have egg. Anyway, it's this delicious chocolate thing. It has some animal product in it, and I had some. It's my kid's birthday cake. I made it. I made the cake for everybody, and I didn't bother trying to make it vegan. And I have no really regret about that part of it, but then I didn't even have a piece. I just ate a little pieces when I was making it. And then after the party was over, I ended up with this giant piece left over, this giant chunk. So everybody's been having extra pieces, and I had a piece. And it was like fun to go down. It was a decadent, what did somebody call it? Sinful, I guess, experience. I think it's decadent, yeah, I don't know about sinful, but that's what it was called while people were eating, because it's so chocolatey and everything. And, well, I am feeling, in my, like, I have this weird, right here, I have this weird, like, chemical feeling in here. It's kind of like a toxic kind of feeling, a queasiness up in here. What are those, ducts for my eyes or something? I don't know. And then I have in my stomach, like, I don't know what that is up there, esophagus, or I don't know, like right up tight, up high in my stomach here. I have like a greasy, cloggy feeling, like it just don't feel right. And my buddy made me a kale smoothie after I ate the cake to kind of help work it through, and I'm sure that helped. And my poops today have been kind of like greasy, like not like gummy. Like I know that this lard, which was butter and Crisco, vegetable Crisco, going in my mouth and then working its way through, all the way through, is not a clean burning thing. Man, I think about the grease trap that they have under the dishwasher sink in restaurants. I put those in. It's crazy. Those things are gross. The drain for washing all the dishes goes through this box in the floor. And then what you do is when it starts to get clogged, you pull this box up and you have to clean this all off. And it is the nastiest looking bunch of dead fat that you ever saw. It's really creepy looking. And that's all the stuff that's going through us, So I'm just not feeling up to par. I'm having emotional implications that are tied to that. I'm already dealing with stress with work, but the emotional implications of not taking care of myself really nicely like that is having its impact on me. So I'm needing to like turn my attention to this game again and double down. And part of the game is just kind of putting out, speaking about what's going on. First and foremost for me, so that I can look at myself and I can get a look in the mirror and a reality check and hear myself say the things about how bad it feels to have eaten that cake. Again, it's not like ethical or psychological because I feel guilt or something. I literally just don't feel good. And, I think I've become more sensitive too since my system has gotten, more clean over the course of, 15 months of eating vegan. So these are 2 full-on cheats that I haven't really done quite at that level. I mean, I've had some cupcakes over the past year plus, but they've been vegan cupcakes. And so this was really some full-on animal fat, and I'm feeling it, man. I am feeling it in my system. And probably the vegetable fat, too, on the Crisco. go. I mean, that's just vegetable lard. It's clogging me. Boy, did I get a great consistency with the cocoa. I had different kinds of cocoa going in. I had some melted chocolate, and I put half the sugar, so it was a bittersweet kind of like chocolate icing. It was insane. It's so good, and the cake is moist and delicious, wonderful. Everybody loved it. I felt so good doing that. But there's a disconnect there between my own choices dietarily and then making that for everybody else. But there's also the thing I teach my kids. There's we teach our kids that there's power food and fun food. Power food and fun food. So, when sorry, I'm at an intersection. It's like you have these two kinds of power food and fun food. And so everything falls into that. This was fun food. It was totally a pleasure to eat. It was my kid's birthday cake. I made the cake. I gave it to everybody. Everybody loved it. So, it's pleasure. It's fun, But it is not at all good for you. I mean, I don't feel good. Man. Cloggy, yucky, but boy does it feel good going in your mouth. It's amazing the difference of those two things. Had to capture that moment, had to put out that thought for what it's worth. I'm not preaching, I'm just sharing what I'm going through, and I'm going to do that some more because it inspires me to stay more on my track. And I think if I look back over the past almost 2.5 months, I haven't really made video. So that is directly proportional probably to the amount of slippage I'm feeling. And I need to put myself back up. And part of it is I did not create a concrete goal when I achieved my first step goal, which was the year vegan and then go to Woodstock Fruit Festival. And I did that. But I didn't create a concrete. I had this more vague goal of like wanting to be really a certain level by the time I'm 50. Actually, I just made that video last weekend of my birthday, so that really is it. But I have to commit more to it in my heart. I need to kind of like, I got to begin. What am I waiting for? I feel like I'm taking a little break maybe between my two things. Okay, fine. Okay, and now I had my birthday, and now the holidays are coming, and I better decide which side of that I'm going to be on during the holidays. Am I going to be in my break mode, or am I going to be on my game mode? Because the food is starting. Halloween, and it's downhill through New Year's, through almost, you can imagine the amount by January your habits are so crappy, you're just eating whatever, and then you got the end of beginning of February, you got Valentine's Day. It's almost like Halloween to Valentine's Day, candy to candy. It's just a disaster. You can tell I have feelings about this, right? All right, peace, goodbye.